Sorry I'm late. I work at Haagen-Dazs.
Hi, I'm Austin, and this is Late Starter.
Wait, it's just one? It's just one late starter.
There's
only one of us.
A singular
Sorry, I
late
froze
starter.
up at
Everyone
the
else,
end.
get
We're-
out.
Welcome to the solo round.
Run solo. Run solo.
I'm Austin, and this is Late Starters.
No, you
Z-
can't
with
do
a
this
Z.
one now. No.
No,
We're
this is
doing the
part of
singular
the-
one.
This
Yeah.
is part of the talk
All right,
in
everybody.
the middle.
Rock,
Yeah,
paper,
what
scissors.
talk? What talk are we? Hang on. Austin needs to have a talk with me. What's this about?
Yeah. Hey, Alex,
Yeah.
I've called you in here because it's just been enough. I've had enough of it with you.
Okay.
You're getting abandoned.
Yeah.
I hear you.
You're-
I'm listening. I'm receptive to your message. Continue.
No, that was it.
All right. So where do we go from here?
To the
The
recap.
recap. Yeah.
Normally, Chonks would help me do like an intro and like a fun thing and then remind me about what I was supposed to talk about, but Chonks isn't here. I'm going to record this so that Chonks knows what happened when I wasn't there. That's what we'll do. This is harder to do without someone to keep you on track, you know, because like normally Chonks is like holding up the cue cards, telling me what to say, but all right, here, hang on. I'm gonna try my best. Okay, so right, it starts with Nova, who's super cool, and we were walking around this really weird area, and I was wearing this lab coat because I was a doctor, not like a Dr. Pepper kind of doctor, I think, but that's fine. So then Nova found this ball, which was super weird, like metal ball with the screen. It's called a skulk ball, I think. Yeah, and then we tried to hack into a computer, but you know, it's super hard, and so I just started looking through papers because like papers is less hard, and we found out that there's like some weird secondary plan that's not Operation Stormcloud, which like whatever that means. And then Nova's like, I'm gonna be the doctor, and I was like, that makes sense because you probably are more qualified. Like I haven't gotten my doctorate of anything yet, so yeah. Oh, has Nova gotten a doctorate yet? I should ask. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So we get this Paris, we move into the hallway, we're heading out there, and then everything goes crazy. So this is the part, I wasn't here for this, so, you know, I can't fully say, but apparently I heard that Victor and Ford were, like, breaking into a submarine, which is wild, and then they were going into this cargo hold, and they were like, no cargo road, and so I don't even know what that means. Ford just said that to me. And then there's like this weird like staircase thing, and they found this whole place that had soldiers and the Shadow Scyther, and that was wild, and then fossils, and I don't know who's, oh, that makes sense, because fossil fuels, that's why they put them with the cars. Okay, it's all coming together for me. I'm getting it now. Anyways, they start sneaking around, and then Ford apparently put somebody in a sleeper hold, but like I've heard him say that before, so I don't know how true that is, but apparently they took him out, tied him up. And then Victor hacked his computer, which is totally badass. Had no clue Victor could do that, but now that I know he's a computer kind of guy, I think I'm going to give him my phone. Oh, that's what Chonks. Never mind. Don't need that. Oh, and then apparently they found my stuff. Oh, maybe he does have my, well, there's no way to know. Anyways, there's this plan that they come up with. They're going to like go get spoons and they're going to start like dropping stuff, and then Ford will go and like get them while they're down. But I don't know. It got a little dicey after that point. So let me tell you what I do know. It was what Nova and I were doing. all right, this is so cool. So we were navigating the ship, and there was a stairway with this door, and Nova's all like sneaking down there to find out that the door is locked, and like she busts it open like a master hacker thief, kind of cool ninja badass, but not like ninja stupid, like, you know, what's her face's girlfriend, but like ninja badass, and is so cool. Then I took the gurney and did a cool surf move, and then grabbed Nova and the Paris and made sure that we didn't completely eat shit, because, you know, that can happen. Listen, it's not for everybody. Riding gurneys, like surfing, isn't for everybody, but it is for me. I'm pretty good at it. So yeah, so you don't want to bust your shit. That's rule number 1. So we didn't. Then we heard cries and this really sad wailing, and it was super sad, and it was a little Cubone. It was just a little guy.
Nova and Calynn, you both stand at the bottom of these steps and hear a Pokemon crying from within the room. You hear hurried footsteps and voices approaching from behind you, or on the top of the steps down the hallway. You also, as you stand here for a second, you hear the sound of Pokeballs pop open and muffled pops of smoke apparating out of nowhere. You hear that, like that sound. Calynn, you hold this box in your hand with the Paris that is different. Its skin is like dropping down off of it, and it just looks at you, its black eyes on its purple body.
If Nova does not disagree, then what Calynn's going to do, the Paris in one hand, grab Nova's hand with the other, run off towards where the Pokemon is making noise.
I think, yes, because I'm still startled from Calynn literally surfboard riding the gurney down the stairs and into the room and catching her, so I'm not going to let go of her hand and just go.
So, this room is pretty dark, but now that you're in here and your eyes start to adjust a little bit, you can start to make out some things. So you see the first thing is the gurney crashed into a desk, and it sent a cage sprawling across the floor. Inside this cage, you see a small brown Pokemon that is wearing what looks like a skull on its head. And it's laying in the cage still, and it's crying like, yeah, meow, meow. But the cage door seems to be open from the fall. You can both give me Pokemon education checks.
Listen, just vibes. Just vibes with these two.
Can I just let you guys behind the curtains for a second? I wanted this to be such an easy check.
Wow.
I made the DC 3.
Great news. One of us hit that.
One of you. Calynn, you're just in this. You've just knocked this Pokemon off the counter and onto the ground, and your mind's just not catching everything right now. So as you're just in this panic, Nova notices that this Cubone isn't holding a bone, and you have never seen a Cubone without like a bone club in its hand. Also in this room, there are 2 other Pokemon that you both notice. There's a Scyther in a tank with a light green liquid. She seems to just be suspended in the liquid, unconscious. Calynn, you recognize this as the Scyther from the Safari Zone. Nova, you remember this Scyther from the experiment that you saw before you met Calynn. The other Pokemon is one that Calynn has never seen before. Nova, you recognize it from being in the experiment chamber as well. This Pokemon also sits in a different glass container in the middle of the room, in the light green liquid, and it's the Pokemon that had the floating hands out to the side and that was sitting in the trash can. You all do still hear the voices and the footsteps, but you all are in this room.
I think I'm going to continue to try and drag Calynn now into the room and down towards the Cubone.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys are in the room next to the Cubone.
Calynn's going with her, but Calynn's, like, focused on this Scyther now. And she's going to try to, like, get over to that Scyther once I am released. She's been following the you have to hold hands to cross the street rules her whole life, and this is not the time to deviate from this.
It's good. It's good. Yeah. Nova's very stressed too. So I feel like it's that kind of like I've forgotten that I'm holding hands.
Yes,
and I'm just like,
absolutely.
oh, okay.
I'm tethered to something, and that's all that matters.
Yep. Yep. So this is the room I was looking for, but oh my gosh, I'm so worried that the people are going to come. So I know I said something that so much is going on, and I have so much more to explain to you, but this is bad. They're doing some sort of experimentation on the Scythers, and I don't know what they're doing, but it's not good.
Like, making them like ninja Scythers?
I wish it was that cool. Not that I've seen so far. It seems to really hurt them, and I want to get these Pokemon out of here.
All right, let's do it. I saw the Scythers. We got attacked by these ones that were like, and then teleported. We got to get this Scyther out of here. This Scyther's cool. We got to get them out.
Yeah, we need to get them away from Two Skulk. They're not doing anything good.
Sweet. And Calynn will go start pushing buttons.
You start pushing these buttons, you see lights lighting up, but as you do that, you hear, I think they're down here. The door's open. So the first thing you see coming down the steps are these shadowy, smoky Scyther. And behind them are two soldiers. Let's go to Victor and Ford. Ford, you're outside this open cargo hold. You can see crates and barrels are being stored here. There's even some tech equipment that's being used for some kind of work. You might have to get a little bit closer to find out what that is. There's some people from this group walking around inspecting things. You're currently standing at the top of these stairs, and it leads down into the cargo hold. Yeah, there's also Shadow Scyther moving around down here too. Victor's behind you with chonks and spoons in that room.
Yeah, and you were dressed up like the soldier.
Yeah. So I'm wearing the same clothes as them, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna send Spoons over with like a wrench. He's gonna drop a wrench somewhere, and it's to distract the guards so that I can go pick up Calynn's bag.
Victor, you watch Ford out the window, so you can like see him as he's moving around. So Ford, what do you do first?
I give Victor the signal, which is just like a thumbs up, to go ahead and send Spoons out and drop the wrench.
Okay. I will... Actually, I'm going to hand him a couple things from the room. Just kind of whatever I can find that's like heavy and will make a noise. And I'll be like, okay, Spoons. Teleport over to the corner somewhere where they can't see you. Drop one. Teleport out. And then give it a few seconds and then do it from a different location. But make sure everyone's away from Ford, okay?
Abra. Victor, give me a command roll.
No!
Do you give him anything specific before he leaves?
I'm gonna make sure he has his little spoon with him. And just be like, keep this for good luck, okay?
Bah.
Love you, bud.
Ford, you see Spoons pop up in the air, and he's like in midair, but he floats down real quick behind something. And then a second later, you hear clang, 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 clang. And then you see over here by this computer terminal, Spoons pop up again. He like looks at the computer, looks at this wrench he's got in his hand, and floats up a little bit higher and just like drops it from a high distance down onto the computer. And you see the computer just... This Scyther turns and starts to move that way. These three down here will start to make their way also behind this big container right here. They'll move over here and start to look around too. That does draw these two that are at the top down a little bit, but they're going over to where they heard the noise.
All right, that's cool. So Ford is going to sort of walk up while they're looking at the computer behind them and then just pass right by them, but he's going to do it urgently, like he's looking for something also. Like, what was that?
Before you do that, you did see Calynn's stuff right here.
Oh, was it right there? Oh, I thought it was up by the rock. Sorry. I was looking at the wrong rock. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna sneak out and grab it then, and put it under my cloak.
Give me a stealth check as you get down there, and I'll say you can have a +5 to it because you're in their gear and they're distracted.
Oh.
So you needed that.
Yep, sure
Oh
did.
no. Maybe I should help you with that.
You look out and you do see him like trip over the last step as he goes down, but the Shadow Scyther looks back at you, Ford, but then keeps moving.
Yeah.
And yeah, you get down there and yeah, it's Calyn's shit. It's right there on this box.
While Ford is down there, since nobody has figured him out yet, he's gonna try and look around and see if there's any other signs of where Calynn might be. Gonna inspect the stuff around him and kind of look to see if there's any obvious, like, places to go.
Just looking around where you are, I'll say you do see like under these steps behind them are more doors. Like, so if you're standing behind these steps right here is a door on the floor that you're on, not up there where Victor is, and that leads to like a separate part of the ship. So just right there, that's what you see like about that. There's also a door here that's not under the steps, and then a bigger door at the end of the ship down at the south.
Okay, is there a window in the door right next to Ford?
Yes.
Okay, can I peek in there and see what it looks like in there?
You peek in there, and it looks like a hallway that goes straight from the door and then turns about 50 to 60 feet. And there's also a hallway that goes to the left.
Does everybody look reasonably distracted by the noises?
At the moment, yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna look up at Victor, and I'm gonna be like, let's go.
He's too far away for him to be able to hear you, and he's like behind a door.
Oh, okay.
But you can make like
Yeah.
motion.
That, yes.
Victor, you see Ford like motioning toward you, and as he does that, you hear the guard behind you, the soldier behind you, start to stir.
Oh, crap. Okay. Crap. He's gonna quickly but quietly sneak out of the room and kind of stick his head out to Ford like, what? He's not waking up.
Let's go. Oh, this way.
Okay.
Hurry.
He'll close the door and make his way down the steps towards Ford.
Victor and Chunks, give me a stealth roll. I'll give you all a +2 because they're distracted. So, Victor, you get to right where Ford is, and what are you guys doing?
Probably just like whispering like, how do we get out of here? Do you have this stuff?
Yeah, I got the stuff. There's a door right here. We can go.
Okay.
You hear, hey! As this guard turns away from the computer and looks towards you all.
Crap.
Who's that, and what's that Charmeleon doing now?
Okay.
Starts to take some steps towards you.
Ford is gonna react swiftly and immediately by grabbing Victor's arm and wrapping Victor's arm around his own throat, and then backing up and being like, "Don't come any closer! He said he's gonna kill me!"
Oh! Can you get me either guile or is there anything else? Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. I don't know how he's gonna hurt you from the front, but listen.
I don't know. No, I'm like this with Victor behind me, right? Like I pulled his arm around my throat, like so it looks like maybe he has like, I don't know, a gun behind me or something. Who knows? A stick. A
Victor
fork.
whispers in his ear like, what are you doing?
This guy's crazy, man. Like, don't.
Listen, take it easy. You all roll perception checks. And spoons, because you all now see him behind these crates right here.
We all see it exactly equally.
Except Spoons.
Oh.
He knows what's going on. You all see him, the guard that's talking to you all whisper something to the Shadow Scyther that's near him. Like he just like looks over his shoulder and says something to the Scyther, but then like turns back to you with his hands up.
And I'm gonna like lift up Victor's arm a little bit over my mouth, and I'm gonna be like, drag me out the door behind us. The door that's right there. Just drag us out. I'll lock it.
Yeah, okay. That's right. I'm taking this guy by. And we're gonna walk backwards through the door.
Victor, as you walk back, you all see the Shadow Scyther just turn into smoke, and then you back up into him. And he cocks his blade back and he's about to swing. Calynn, you want to roll for a move for Chunks? Holy shit. That'll do it.
She mad.
Chunks just, right as this Scyther is swinging down at you, Victor, you see a flame just hit it. And as like the flame smoke overtakes the Scyther and the flame just dissipates away, there's the smoke from the Scyther is also dissipating. And it's gone. You back out through the door. Chunks follows, and then Spoons comes in behind, and you see Spoons grabs the handle to shut the door, and he's right beside you, Victor, when he reappears, and he's holding the door handle.
I love you so much, bud. You're the best. And good job, Chunks.
Yeah, Ford's just gonna look at Chunks. That was badass.
You guys are in this hallway, and you can either go straight or turn left.
Yeah, we'll go straight.
You run straight for about 30 feet, and you see that there is a elevator door to your left. Nobody's at it, and it's closed. But you run past it, and you keep going, and you get to the end of this hallway where there's a door on the left, and then there's stairs that lead down to the left.
Options?
I think. Okay. So, like, if I was holding prisoners, I would always hold prisoners down. Because, like, dungeons and stuff, right? So I think we gotta go down the stairs.
Uh-huh. Makes sense to me.
Okay. And we start going down the stairs.
You guys jog down these steps. When you get to the bottom of the steps, you see two doors. One to your left, one straight. The one straight just, I think it has a sign over it that says like storage closet. But the one to the left has a window, like one of those slim glass windows, and a keypad locked to the door. But you look in and you see a wide open area with this machine in the middle. And it looks like there's a place for some kind of being to go in the middle of this. And there's all kinds of like wires and tubes that flow down this machine towards the center.
I have an idea, Victor.
Hit me.
You know what'll make it a whole lot easier to find Calynn? Chaos. And then he's gonna pull out the badge that he stole from the guard up top, and he's gonna put it on the keypad and see if it opens up.
This is a keypad like with numbers, but you scan it and it says not valid. It has a scanner. It has a scanner, but it doesn't work.
How do we get in there?
Are you supposed to hit the keypad with the card? Okay.
I don't know how this stuff works.
What if we tried 1111?
Okay. And he tries 1111.
Roll me a D100. Fuck it. You're gonna need
What's the
10%. So 90 or higher.
90 or higher. Oh.
It blinks red.
Okay. Is there any? Can you get on the other side of the door, Spoons, and just open it? Is that a thing?
You see him like looking at you through the other side of the window now. He like looks down at the door and like jiggles the handle, but it doesn't open.
Oh no. Alright, well hold on, Spoons is inside there. Right? What if we get Spoons to just go in and break the machine, then everybody has to come here to fix the machine, and then we can go find Calynn.
Okay.
Yeah, because everybody will be here dealing with this problem.
Okay, so he breaks it. We run like heck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Spoons. Do something. I guess.
He floats around and like looks over towards the machine. And he like looks back in the window and you see him kind of look at Ford, then look at you, Victor, and then look past you to Chonks, and he's back outside and he wraps around Chonks, and him and Chonks are inside.
Oh boy.
He goes, brah, 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 cha.
Don't break the life support. That's my only request.
You see Chonks like spit out this flame and then hurry up and move it to the right a little bit so she doesn't cook everything. But yeah, they destroy this machine.
Nice.
It takes them 30 seconds, maybe. You all both hear a beating sound, like a...
I don't like that.
It's coming from back up the steps down the hall.
Oh, they're trying to get in the door. I was hoping some alarms or something would have gone off. Let's go to that elevator.
Okay.
And we'll take the elevator.
Weren't we going down? Because
Yeah, that's true.
where the break is.
I don't know that I've thought this all the way through. Yeah, no, we'll go to the elevator and then we'll go down over there. And then... Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Wait, is there any way for us to go further this way? Or we're at the end, right? The storage closet in this room?
Yeah, there is a door in that room that you see Chonks and Spoons in on the other side. Actually, Calynn, roll me a perception check for Chonks. So there is like another door in the room that you are looking in on the other side. You do see, as you're like looking in this room to try to find anything to help you, you kind of look up and you see this big glass viewing window that's kind of like on the floor up from you.
Do I see anything in that tube bucket with all the cords and stuff attached to it?
There's nothing in there at the moment.
Okay.
It looks like something that could be in there, but nothing right now.
Cool.
Is there no way we could just bust the door open?
Do you have any Pokemon with Skull Bash?
I don't think so.
Rock Smash? That's what Calynn would do.
Yeah. What if I just, like, tried to, like, bust it open? Like, what if I just ran into it with, like, my shoulder?
Oh,
You think it would work?
I think you might break your shoulder. Maybe Sharks could melt the door?
Maybe. Chonks, you think you can melt the door? Or at least a doorknob or something, maybe?
Chonks like looks over her shoulder back towards the door, and she like runs over to it. She starts spitting a flame at it.
Is that a metal door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Victor's gonna like grab for it and like back up a little bit.
After about a minute of her shooting this flame on it, you see the door is like heating up red hot, but then you hear boom and then a crash sound, and then a few seconds later you're like, you go that way, we'll go this way, and then footsteps.
Oh no.
The jig is up.
Storage closet?
Yeah.
Okay. We all jump in the storage closet.
You and Victor jump in the storage closet. Spoons and Chonks are on the other side of the door.
Oh, that's right. He looks at him and says, yo, hide real quick. And then we jump in the storage closet and tell them to just kind of move forward from the door.
Spoons and Chonks like look at each other and then like run to the other side of the room by the door where there's like this trash can by the door, and they both kind of get behind it. Chonks' tail is lighting up this room though. Like it's not dark in here for her. You all roll me stealth checks, and for the Pokemon as well. Uh-oh. Yeah, so as you guys shut the door, you hear, hey, from the top of the steps. Let's just all roll initiative.
Not like enough faffing around.
Calynn Calynn, Nova, and your Pokemon, whoever's out can, well, no, y'all don't have any Pokemon out yet. You all can roll initiative. So this is going to be a battle taking place in 2 different spots. So we're just going to go in order and do it that way.
Nice.
First up is the Shadow Scythers in the lab area with Nova and Calynn.
Austin's already trying to come up with our ship name.
Navalin. What?
I used to take Navalin.
Did you or someone you loved take the Navalin in the 1990s? You may be entitled to recompensate. Whatever.
Something.
Mesothelioma.
Calynn, this Shadow Scyther's going to move up to you and use Fury Cutter.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 14 hit.
Of course. I'm not even gonna look. Yeah.
All right. Take 26 minus your defense.
Well, that's a dick move.
Yeah. Well, he's a dick. He's a Shadow Scyther. What'd you expect?
Better.
All right. Well, what about if this one runs up and attacks Nova?
That's not better.
It's not you. Nova, does a 6 hit either of your evasions?
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. So you will take 28 minus your full defense score, 23 damage. Next up is Spoons, who is basically next to a door on the other side of, like, the amount of feet he is away from you right now, he's just by a door. That's just something I want to point out.
Okay, and we
Wait,
got...
hold on. Is by a door a measure of distance now?
No, I'm saying
I got
like,
lost somewhere in that when he's like, the amount of feet he is away from you is by a
As the
door.
crow flies.
Yeah, this is a southern thing. You measure it by
Yeah.
a door.
By
He
the
near,
door.
near the door, about
Hold
20
the
feet from
door.
the door. The alligator.
Shut the door. Keep that the devil. Okay, so we got 2 dudes coming at us. My calculations are correct.
2 dudes.
Let's have Spoons grab chunks and teleport them back to where we are. He does that.
Put him right here with chunks. Roll another perception checks with chunks.
Are they still on the other side of the door? Or are they in the same area with us now?
It was 45 to get where you are, Victor. With the dash, you can just teleport through the door if you want.
Yes, please.
Because he's taking chunks, just roll a focus check for him.
Yep. Nice. He's got this down pat.
Calynn also roll a perception check. Calynn, as you're squaring off with this Scyther, you take one glance around the room, kind of check your surroundings before you engage. You see another door on the other side of the room, and for just a brief second, Chonks looks over her shoulders, and your all's eyes meet through the door, and then... You guys can catch more of me at CZDrop on Twitter and twitch.tv/CZDrop. Every other Sunday, we do Dungeons and Dracon Beams. Every other Friday, a new episode of Late Starter comes out. Okay, bye.
I'm Tim, and you can find me at horsegirls.club because I do a podcast called Horse Girls. I'm also on Animorphs Anonymous and occasionally Surprise Attack Book Club. Not me, the occasionally. The attack is occasional. And I'm RemoBeware on Twitter.
Hello, I am Kaycie. I can be found on podcasts like Animorphs Anonymous and Hearst Girls, where I talk about books with my friends. I can be found once a month on Art Corner, where I draw stuff with my friends. I can be found at B-Side You, which is my gay romance webcomic that I make and draw. You can read that for free at bsideyoucomic.com or on Tapas and Webtoons. You can also go to my Patreon to get early access pages and work in progress pages and other such content. If you find any of this intriguing, you can find me at all the places you can find me at linktr.ee/KCD Studios. Find.
Hi, I'm Alex. You can find me on Twitter at Alex and Birds. You can also find me on 800 billion podcasts all around the world. You can find me on Animorphs Anonymous. You can find me on Horse Girls. You can find me on Dungeons and Draken Beams. You can find me on Surprise Attack Book Club, and then the other ones that are around that I do on occasion. Some of them on hiatus. Some of them are just, sporadic, like Questmaster. Oh, Linktree, linktr.ee/join the club. So you can find all of our work there.
You can start late, but at least you're starting. Okay, bye.